Nicholas was born in the 3rd century at Patara, a seashore village in Lycia, southern Turkey. He came from a respectable family that nurtured him as a Christian. His life had been shaped by obedience since his childhood. When he was orphaned at a young age, Nicholas recalled the rich young man in the gospel, used his fortune to help the needy, the ill, the destitute. He was elected bishop of Myra and was deported and imprisoned by Emperor Diocletian. After his release, he attended the Council of Nicaea in 325. He passed away December 6, 343, in Myra. Many legends have been passed down about Nicholas, all of which testify to a life spent serving the weak, the little, and the defenseless. One of the oldest St. Nicholas legends involves a guy who had 3 marriageable daughters. Because their father could not afford a sufficient dowry, the young girls were in danger of being forced into prostitution. Nicholas went to the family's house one night and dropped a bag of coins through the open window before fleeing and before being identified. Well, with the money, the father was able to arrange a marriage for his oldest daughter. Nicholas visited twice more, each time at night to avoid detection. But the 3rd time, the father dashed out of the house to track down his mysterious benefactor. Nicholas implored him not to tell anyone what he had done. Another anecdote tells of the destiny of 3 young theologians who traveled to Athens. They stopped at an inn along the route when they were robbed and then slain by the innkeeper, who put their bodies in a barrel. When St. Nicholas was a bishop, he stayed at the same inn on his way to Athens, and in a dream he witnessed the crime. Turning to prayer, St. Nicholas miraculously brought the 3 young men back to life and converted the cruel innkeeper. A 3rd myth talks of St. Nicholas rescuing Basilius, a little boy stolen from his home in Myra and forced to serve as a cupbearer for a foreign potentate. While his parents prayed for his protection, St. Nicholas appeared to Basilius and miraculously returned him to his family while still clutching the potentate's golden cup. These are similar stories that have served to popularize St. Nicholas and the patron saint of children and young people. St. Nicholas is also the patron saint of sailors and mariners. When he was a young man, Nicholas boarded a ship bound for the Holy Land. Following in the Lord's footsteps, Nicholas prayed that he could be able to experience Jesus' closeness more fully and share in his sufferings. On his way back to Greece, a terrible storm occurred, and the ship that he was on was in danger of flooding. Nicholas silently prayed, and the wind and waves immediately stopped, much to the surprise of the sailors, who were terrified of a shipwreck. After St. Nicholas passed away, his tomb in Myra quickly became a pilgrimage site. His remains were believed miraculous due to a strange liquid that flowed from them, known as the manna of St. Nicholas. After the Turks captured Lycia in the 11th century, Venetians attempted to make him their patron. However, seamen from Bari were able to acquire his relics first and took them to their town in Puglia in 1087. They were buried 2 years later in the crypt of a new church built by the Baresi on the site of the Byzantine mansion. The relics were put beneath the altar by the ruling Pope, Pope Urban II, as the Norman rulers of Puglia looked on. The translation of St. Nicholas's relics was viewed as an outstanding event throughout the medieval period, and his sanctuary quickly became an important objective for pilgrims, resulting in worldwide devotion to St. Nicholas of Bari rather than of Myra. The winter feast of St. Nicholas and his patronage of the young gave rise to the tradition of giving gifts on his feast day. On the eve of his feast, children would leave socks or shoes on a chair next to the fireplace and go to sleep trusting that the following morning they would be filled with gifts. December 6th, St. Nicholas Day. These are interesting things with JC.